Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Lyn, we've got Lordofcold. Spawn on the right side as the black Forscythe, we've got ari32. When it comes to the COs, Forscythe is unchanged from the cartridge counterpart. Standard boarding cost, 5 radius, no expansion, no energy, and only has a day-to-day bonus for the CO zone of a nice simple +20/+20, and a very large radius. Lyn is unchanged from the cartridge counterpart, has standard boarding cost, 1 radius, 30, 60, 60. Provides all units +10/+10, all ground units get +20% offense and +20% defense, so if she loads herself up to regular tank, it effectively gets +30/+30. Plus the CO zones, CO loaded units is additional +20/+20, making her a regular tank, provided to have in total +50/+50. Superpower is, of course, all units get +10/+10, ground units get +20% offense, +20% defense, and of course get +2 vision range and can see through hiding places. That is important since it is fog of war. Got double infantry there. Now I don't really cast too many Lyn or Forscythe games, so this should be pretty fun. My apologies for my drink to open up. This is a triple base map. Airport's in the corner, with the airport could be locked down by missile. Missile does have 6 range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So missile on the outside of this forest will be able to range the airport and lock it down. Of course, vision doesn't matter. Additionally, airports do offer hideable units air and ground, as well as produce all air units barring seaplanes. This map does offer a strong side, weak side mechanic. Your strong side have 2 bases, but a lot of planes. Your weak side has, of course, only 1 base, but a large number of roads allow you to exfiltrate out of that base quickly. Nice little dynamic there. So anti-tanks will be quite usable in the weak side because of the high traversement, and plenty of cities there for them to fire from. Particularly this city seems like a good one to me. This one as well, some forests nearby. In other words, the weak side does offer good indirect placements, to say the least. Oh, got early rig there to help rig the game. Don't tell me if there's going to be a Forscythe rig. Forscythe doesn't really matter what unit gets loaded up on the back into it. Tanks are good, but honestly recons and flares are not bad for him either. And to play a temporary airport in the map wouldn't be half bad. After all, the airport is over there on the weak side. It's quite predictable where you should get anti-airs out on the field. And temporary airport help them resupplied outside the predictable lane. But that rig is ready to load up that mech that got freshly put on the field. So we got double mech there. Good amount of mountains there for the mechs to fire from. And plenty of forests nearby for them to launch ambush and become bushes. Don't think this unit will go down. Don't think. It's supposed to bike can just go for a recon pass, and then another bike can shoot at it. Forscythe float itself up to a bike over here. Forscythe could eye for his command unit to go in the center of the map there, help provide some effect there since it's large enough. And since he doesn't have to worry about losing units or losing power charge, he can be a bit more expendable with his units. So Forscythe infantry unit is definitely dirt cheap. Forscythe command infantry unit. And then has to load himself up to a tank. Does get trapped there. So what I'm saying is Forscythe could load himself up into the unit on the south side if he needs self-defense. But he is right now grouping up a good amount of infantry in the center map. We do have our artillery piece right here, not in range of everything. Good eye for this forest here. Good shots there. Lyn has 5 engine now. Takes the bike there from the mounted side, and does push forward the artillery piece, not into the forest, just next to the forest, so it can be spotted. Recon tank. We've got another mech here for the APC or rig. Lots of good picks there. And range artillery piece. The artillery piece is not revealed at the moment, so we'll be able to either strike this bike or infantry unit there. Bike has less health, but this should be a pretty nice artillery piece, plus 35 some firepower in total. Both sides of the comm tower. Takes the bike there, more valuable target. But only slight since there's also a wounded bike. But now infantry unit there can go on top of that city and fire away. Pulls back up, does pull, rotate around. Now there's a line or opportunity to go straight for the artillery there. That's maybe not a good idea. Of course, none of those units are currently spotted there. Forscythe does has his command bike there. Nice recon passer, spots the command tank. Artillery going to that city there. Decides to go for the artillery. Then right now has 15 energy. Tank, bike. And does have a front line there. Got multiple mechs in range. .23 energy. There's a lot of energy in front of her. And she's going to get a good amount of energy now. +1 radius. Very powerful. Her CO zone is relatively powerful. Able to get a lot of power charge, up to 40, so Forscythe may need I to take out that command tank. Multiple tanks in range of the artillery down south. Does keep that one bike at 1 HP, so this tank is going to have to probably replace the bike in placement. Let's see now. Bike forward, interrupts capture, strikes bike. Try to finish off that unit there. Does capture this property. Right now, got 24. Battle cover physical strike there. Anti-air in range, however. And as well, you can always count tiles, see what's the chance of a possibility of move of an anti-air moving forward. This could be the end spot for anti-air, which could then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the battle cover would be out of range there. So him moving short for this anti-air will catch his opponent off guard. Very nice. Bike comes in a nice little recon pass there. And looks like Forscythe's unable to range this tank there, so Lyn could pop her superpower next turn. But won't accomplish all too much. Got a lot of her tanks in the center are quite wounded. Her other tanks are all back here. Ends turn for 75,000, or ends turn for 104, starts turn for 75, so they're pretty even at the moment. Got 24,000 income for both players. Oh. I don't really pay attention to the Discord all too much, honestly. Honestly, I don't have really time to really peruse many of the Discords. I tried to do a quick scan on the Discords, but that's about it. Since I do cast so many games. On paper, this game looks like a pretty good game, and so far it is shaping up to be a pretty good game. It's an explosive one. Artillery gets a good strike there. Mech strikes the artillery there. A lot of attacks the mech's able to connect with. I always love to see mechs actually being used. Finish off the command tank there. Was fully charged. Managed to get the artillery there with 1 health. Rig here can fall back to pick up another mech. Thanks. I do cast quite a bit. Basically how I cast so many, because I set aside about 2 hours per day for casting. and able to just start pumping them out. I can do more, but the problem is sometimes doing too much is a bit of a problem as well. Because I have to make sure pace myself, get myself some free time to relax as well. I mostly just go through the replays, just scan through them, try to find, right now, at least 12 games with at least 20 turns, and if they're above 1200, I'll just simply add in the list. I don't try to follow individuals, I just try to find good games. Of course, if somebody wants me to cast a game, I'm more than willing to cast it. If it's a bad game, I will be more willing to rag on it. Got a medium tank pushing forward, another mech advancing. I love seeing mech play. Mech play is just difficult. Because they're slow. Tank, tank, tank. Triple tanks. No tanks. As a pundit, it can never really get fit in. No tanks. No thanks. Battlecopter, tank, tank. Multiple battlecopters up here, so Forscythe needs to get out and here right there. I also do avoid mirror matchups. I don't like doing mirror matchups because it's like, oh, how can one player can just play ever so slightly better? That sort of aspect. Non-mirror matchups offer a little bit more asymmetry and more fun games. Medium tank, tank, and bike. A little bit of merge there. Battlecopter strikes the tank there. Finish off Lynn's command tank there. Very nice. Forscythe's command bike is still alive. Artillery advancing. Okay, yeah, that mech would not be a range that. Just push forward, slide the mech for a bit of ambush. Become bush. Gear, tank, bike. Rig fell back, ready to pick up a mech, but there is none, so that may have been a bad idea. Forscythe's command bike will go down. Quad reseal the tank there. Maybe the battlecopter? Maybe not battlecopter. Bike there is also still a good option, because it's a Forscythe. Good strike there. Lots of good hits there. Multiple tanks on both sides. Got another medium tank being put on the field. Lynn still has her command tank. Does take the tank there. Thanks to the mech. Anti-air pretty far behind. Of course, like I mentioned beforehand, you can count the number of tiles a unit pushes for, so you got a good idea where a unit could be. Bike does spot it though. Either way. Good strikes there. Takes out that tank there. Medium tank doesn't have a lot of work in front of it. Good strike Lynn's command tank. Battlecopter sweeping on in. Good damage. Good flank up there. One of these battlecopters will go down next turn. Normally went into range the anti-air. Forscythe starts the turn with 96, and Lynn ends the turn with 108, so Forscythe's starting to fall behind, but nice little pick there, evens it out. Lynn just got +1 CO zone. Takes a unit there, and the Lynn's tank was hidden, so it did not get revealed. An anti-air and medium tank here, this could be very devastating. And there's a lot of targets here. Lynn could pop her superpower next turn with this many targets in front of her. Whether or not she should is another matter. Takes out the medium tank there. Another battlecopter goes down, 49 energy. Looks like she will not get enough power charge this turn. Battlecopter, tank, and bike. Good flank there by Forscythe, but right now Forscythe, it's hard to say. I think Forscythe's starting to pull ahead down south. Feels like Forscythe's starting to make a little bit of a turn. Both players have lost quite a bit of assets, so pretty even at the moment. Tank, bomber, mech, and base skip. Ran out of monies. Takes out another battlecopter. Oh, we got the Lin superpower there, giving, of course, more vision range for all ground units. Not to mention, all, of course, provides a global zone, well, global. There's our Forscythe command tank. Good hits there. Battlecopter, tank, recon, bike. Good strike there. A lot of good hits. Bomber advancing. Push towards another mech, but not in any sort of hiding. But in a good position to fire around from the top of the mountainside. Lin's tank here has taken quite a bit of damage. Forscythe has a good number of regular tanks there. Being slowly being picked on off. Does interrupt the capture. The bomber is... That bomber should be revealed after a 1, 2, 3, so that should be in vision range of this tank. Yep. So that bomber is revealed. And Lin right now only has a 5 health anti-air, soon to be 7 health. Another anti-air tank. Lin's in turns 114. Forscythe starts turning from 93, so Forscythe starting to fall behind. Bombs away, and there goes Lin's tank there. Nice little merge down there. Hit some of these outlying machines there. ATR decides to go stay in camouflage. Forscythe's making some good gains up north. Drops the mech off down south. ATR, bike, tank, and battlecopter. Some of those units are starting to go on down. Good strike there. This tank does go down, the Forscythe tank. But we could see another Forscythe tank right there, and very likely will be out there. Lin's making some great progress in the middle. 15 injury right now. 108 versus 84 starting, so Lin's starting to slowly advance way forward. Mech gets a good strike there on the anti-air, giving more breathing room for the bomber. This anti-air is in range, but it's best for the bomber not to strike it, because it's got another anti-air here. Of course, this is our cast division. Does strike there. So we're going to see perhaps a couple wounded anti-airs go charging at the bomber. Does CO the tank there. Maybe could have got, yep. Looks like the CO tank would have moved first. Could have got some extra damage here with this mech. So that's one reason why you probably should move your CO unit first in that situation. Anti-air artillery. Good strike on the bomber. The boost the damage from Lin's CO zone being very handy there. Has 30 energy now, so +1 CO zone. Tank. He drops the capture there. Put some machine gun rounds with the battlecopter. Got another rig there, so maybe, yep, mech, got a battlecopter in tank. COs the tank there once again. Strikes the battlecopter for additional, and does hit the tank there. Bomber goes down. Forscythe still has his command tank here. Here can take out the battlecopter. Of course, that battlecopter is pretty low in health and ammo, so it's done some good work. Here over here. Forscythe is starting to fall pretty far behind now. Artillery, bike, and tank. Forscythe's turn. Lynn's insert for 125. Forscythe's at 82. Couple good picks there. Strikes Lynn's command tank there. It's the anti-air as well, so this battlecopter could be hit by multiple anti-air, but there'll be wounded anti-air. Tank, mech, battlecopter. Yeah, I think Forscythe may need to hold off on the anti-air productions. Takes out the command tank there, joins the tank there, hits the anti-air, or hits the battlecopter again. All the wounded anti-airs have been slowly just picking off all the Forscythe battlecopters, doing quite well with them. Forscythe did have a bit of recovery last turn, slowly making some ground, but still feels like Lynn's in a very good position. This artillery may need to get onto the city or the forest. Kicks off down south, hits the mech there at the recon. Yeah, now, enough, take that back. Forscythe is falling pretty even farther behind now. Takes the battlecopter there, takes up the recon, infantry hits the bike, and next just going across the mountainside. Mech, tank. Oh. Was that the deleted unit? Didn't seem like something attacked it. Got double flip here. Right now, 28,000 versus 21,000. That's one big thing that's going in favor of Lynn. And there's more properties, and that lead is going to continue. Bike, tank, and battlecopter. Forscythe loads up another tank. Lots of good strikes there. Does get trapped there, which is a bit of a problem. Battlecopter could have scouted out. Anti-air, one anti-air in the middle of the map. Some of these battlecopters could go down. And if I remember correctly as well, HQs hide only ground units. So the battlecopter there is right now revealed. Ah, that's what happened. I was not paying close enough attention to that. Good catch. Lynn does have her superpower available. And it feels like Forscythe is starting to get overran quite hard. Battlecopter, bike, tank. Answer for 145 is 80. Does see the battlecopter on top of HQ. Does have vision of the anti-air there. A lot of good picks there. Nothing to range the anti-air there. Tank, and mech. It's one of the battlecopters. Battlecopter goes down. Battlecopter goes down. Recon's actually almost out of fuel. That's somewhat surprising. Battlecopter, anti-air, tank, infantry. CO's the tank there. Here managed to barely stay alive. Looks like this mech is in range. 155 versus 54. Triple difference. Artillery, tank, mech. Then also has 30,000 income. Forscythe has 19. Tank, recon, battlecopter. And mech. There's nothing much more for me to say at this point in time. The game is ultimately over. Sacks the battlecopter there, takes out that tank. Spike can start capturing the HQ this turn. Could be interrupted by that mech. Mech can still interrupt the capture because Mech can just sprint across the mountains somehow. Because he knows what leg day is. Interrupts it there. Mech gets good strike there, as well as there. Tank, anti-tank. Going captures there. There is currently 4 capture progress remaining on top of the HQ, so next turn will be captured. And this is like going to be the last turn for Forscythe. That was a very short turn. And capture and ends the game. This is ari32 saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.